the NCAA current landscape would be broken up because the Power 5 schools would go into their own league. It looks like it is coming to fruition. It is happening.
Here we go.
We've said this a year or even longer than a year ago, maybe. We said, and this is what I think would have kept Nick Saban. We got about 4 minutes. Nick Saban would still be coaching, in my opinion, if this were to escalate 2 years ago, as when we started talking about it. Apparently, it's starting to happen. It looks like that because I don't believe they want to pay the players as a union representative or pay them as an employee of the college, or for the private school's sake, the state, like Notre Dame, Wake Forest, Vanderbilt, Stanford, USC. So I think they're going to break away, have their own rules. We said this a year or two ago. This is what it is. And now we're going to see a 70-team power super conference, adding 10 teams a year in relegation, similar to what the junior college process is here in California. Every 2 years, you go up or down as far as a tier based on competition and how good you are. What do you see with this being discussed now, and how do you see college football in 2 years?
College football players, strike. Please. Man the fuck up and understand it's bigger than you. And if everybody wants a piece of the pie, strike. You understand how much money they would lose if you strike before the first game of the season this year. They would lose billions of dollars in revenue on TV deals. You would be at the negotiating table on Monday morning talking about how everybody gets paid, how there's revenue sharing with the TV deals, how there's revenue sharing with everything, every goddamn chip that's sold at the stadium you need a piece of. You need a pension. You need annuity. You need health care. You need everything that professional athletes get. All the coaches have that. You don't. Now, you have certain benefits because of your scholarship, but that scholarship these days is extremely, how do I say this? It don't mean shit. It don't mean shit, dog. I've had 5 guys this year go on NIL scholarships. So, yeah, that would have been a walk-on 5 years ago. Now they're a full ride scholarship player, and they don't have to abide by the same rules of a full scholarship player under the university because they are an NIL scholarship player at a Power 5 D1 school. So if you're a NIL scholarship player as a PWO, but you're still being covered, but you don't have the same restrictions being on scholarship as the guy who got a scholarship. Well, shit, I think the NIL deal might be better because it gives me more freedom.
You do what you want, right?
Yes.
I never thought about that. That's crazy.
So, like, these days, if I'm a big-time player, I don't want your measly fucking scholarship from your school. No offense. It was extremely valuable years ago. It's still valuable so parents don't have to pay for school. I mean, I met with a kid last night, and, it's an investment, yada, yada. The dad just looked at me and goes, if you do this right, I won't have to pay for college. Like, that's a big thing. That's a huge thing. No one can say it's not. But let's be real here. If you're a big-time player, you're this Underwood kid who's a 5-star, super fucking prep quarterback from Detroit who's committed to LSU, I think. Why would you want LSU's restricted NIL deal and their scholarship and their rules when you can say, fuck your scholarship, I'll pay for my classes because I'm going to get a $5 million NIL deal so I can pay a $50,000 class bill. So, and then I don't have to abide by your dumbass rules under your scholarship because I'm a walk-on, but I'm making 5 G's.
That's all the NCAA does. They don't fundraise scholarships. They don't pay. They don't give you financial aid. They don't give you anything. They take bowl winnings. They take other monies from TV contracts for some reason because when they existed and started in 1898 or whatever. This is just what we accepted. Nowadays, I think the people are starting to see, okay, we don't have to accept this anymore. And now, once it becomes a unionized situation, the NCAA will have zero say.
They have got to fucking strike.
They have no dog in the fight, but yet they always want to walk the cute puppy. Like the NCAA wants to walk the dog, they have no dog.
Nobody talks about this shit. None of the coaches want it to happen. I don't know why, because it won't hurt their Bill Foltz. They're still getting paid. They're on guaranteed contracts. They should be promoting this.
Which is paid by the institution, not the NCAA.
Exactly. The NCAA is the problem. The institutions have to abide by their rules until they get rid of it. That stupid ass, corrupt, fucked up organization. The NCAA is the most corrupt organization in the history of sports. They have kept more people down than, like, their mantra is like elevating athletes, right? We're here for every student athlete. They've kept more student athletes down than any other organization ever, with all their restrictions on getting into school. You know, like the cultural bias and the testing back in the day, like just the way that it's been set up for you. You sell a fucking plastic championship ring, you're suspended. You can't sign an autograph, but we can sell your jersey. It's fucking bullshit, bro. So the players, I wish that I would have thought like this when I was in college, but I don't know who could do this. Who's the most prominent college football player? I bet you Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter could get this done. I bet you if Shedeur and Travis came out and said, look, North Dakota State, home opener at Folsom, we're not playing. And I'm going to rally the other 10 quarterbacks, Carson Beck and Gabriel and all these big timers around the country, Quinn Ewers, and say, look, we need to come together and everybody take a seat and lock arms week 1. And say, until we're cut in, have fun watching the JV team out here. Because I'll tell you one thing, the UFL and the XFL is cool because it's in the off season and it gives us something to do. But I don't know if it has a fan base following yet. No one wants to watch bad football, and football's hard as fuck to look good. Yeah, like that's why good football is so, like, people freak out about it, us included, because it is so fucking hard. It is so hard to coordinate everybody to do everything right and everything to hit consistently. And, like, people think the consistency is easy, and it ain't. It's greatness. So, you know, I think that the only way for these college players to actually get what they deserve is for all of them to come together and be great for the next generation. But the NCAA and the coaches and everybody set up NIL to be selfish. So you have to be a selfish. I even tell kids, like, I need you to be super selfish so you can be the best teammate possible. Because I don't know how you can be a good teammate if you're a pile of shit. If you don't have any dough, if you don't work out hard, if you don't eat right, if you don't sleep, if you don't put yourself number one as an athlete, how am I supposed to be the best teammate possible? So this is a tricky question, bro, but the players have so much power. And I think that instead of just being a great quarterback or a great receiver or a great safety, let's try being great leaders. Let's unionize and fucking get a goddamn, president of the union and vote him in and do things the way the NFL does it. Now, the NFL union is poo-poo, but at least they have one. Shit.
Right.
I don't know if kids can be leaders without leading men. Like, our men aren't leaders anymore.
Yeah, that's my only thing. Like,
with that.
They need someone to be at the negotiation tables, though, right?
I'll tell you this. Look, when I was playing, Joe Klatt was my quarterback for the last 2 years. Okay,
I love Joe. It's my guy.
Joe Klatt was an older cat because he played baseball before he got there. So he had a year or two on all of us. And he was more mature because he had baseball professional in his background. But Jeremy Bloom couldn't fucking ski for us and play, but Joe Klatt could play baseball and play. So there's the NCAA for you. But Klatt, when he walked in and started as a junior, he could have ran the fucking the National Players Organization in 5 minutes. He could have organized everybody. Everyone would have listened.
Super smart.
Just like everyone listens to his ass right now. In fact, he could do it right now. Yeah, Joel, you could be the president of the fucking College Football Players Union, dog. Easy.
There it is.
Yeah, but I'd bet dollars to dimes if I did a research on Joe Klatt's high school coach, his daddy at the house, and his college coach. There was a complete different shift in what they're doing right now than what these kids are getting right now.
His father was his high school coach, and Gary Barnett was his college coach.
Joe Klatt a bad boy. That's my homie.
Hold on. So Shedeur's dad is his college coach. What's the difference? Why can't Shedeur do it?
Oh, man.
He's not a coach yet.
What?
His daddy's not a solidified coach yet. That's
being
why.
Head coach at a Power 5 D1 is about as solidified as it gets.
Man, we got to bring you back on Monday, man, because I was over here fighting by myself yesterday, defending your Colorado, your Buffs, and